Who doesn't love traveling? Ask a toddler or a septuagenarian. Everybody loves to venture out of their homes and try something new, like visiting new places. Why do you travel? Which are the places that you frequently visit? People like traveling for various reasons, such as visiting the family, spending time with friends, for fun, for knowledge, for adventure, etc. Most people love to travel to scenic places like Switzerland, Thailand, Kashmir, Lonavala, Goa, Nainital, etc. Some go for pilgrimage to places like Mathura, Tirupati, Amritsar, Velankani, Ajmer Sharif, etc. Did you know the largest pilgrim gathering in the world was recorded in India in 2019? Yes, it was the Mahakumbh Mela, attended by 140 million people. In this lesson, we shall explore along with the author Vikram Seth two well-known pilgrim centers of Kathmandu in Nepal. The author describes his journey in the form of a travelogue. Do you know what a travelogue is? A travelogue is a person's account of a journey to another country or place. It can either be a written report with many factual details or a narrative story about personal impressions and experiences. The author went to two sacred places in the capital city of Nepal. One of them belonged to the Hindu culture, while the other belonged to the Buddhist culture. The author first visited the Pashupatinath temple, which was full of tourists, pilgrims, devotees, priests, hawkers, birds and animals. There was a signboard at the entrance which mentioned that only Hindus were permitted inside the temple. The atmosphere was of complete chaos. Meanwhile, a Nepalese princess appeared and people made way for the royalty, bowing to her at the same time. Here too, a group of saffron-clad foreign citizens tried to sneak into the temple, but the security guard was not convinced that they were Hindus. The author then observed a fight between two monkeys as one chased the other all around the temple and then down the holy Bagmati river. It is fun and entertaining to watch animals playing, isn't it? He then saw a dead body being cremated at the banks of the river, and nearby there was a group of washerwomen with their children. There was a temple that half protruded from the stone platform on the river bank. It is believed that when it emerges fully, the goddess inside will escape, and the evil period of the Kali Yuga will end on earth. The author then reached the Bodhnath Stupa. It was in complete contradiction to the situation in the temple. There was stillness all around, even in the shops encompassing the stupa that were mostly owned by Tibetan immigrants. It was a haven of quietness in contrast to the busy surroundings of the Pashupatinath temple. Do you know the meaning of the word immigrant? How are they different from migrant? Well, immigrants are people who have come to a different country to live there permanently, whereas migrants are people who go to a foreign country or place, often to find work. The author found Kathmandu to be a vibrant city. There were fruit sellers, flute sellers, and some selling Western cosmetics, and some others selling Nepalese antiques. There were deafening sounds of music blared out from radios, horns, bicycle bells, and shouts of vendors selling their items. The author also indulged himself in the atmosphere buying eatables. At last, he thought of returning home. Had he been enthused about traveling his usual way, he would have gone by road, rail, waterways, and then finally would have reached home. But he was too exhausted, so he decided to reach home on a direct flight. When he neared the hotel he stayed at, he saw a flute seller playing a flute, with flutes protruding in every direction from the pole, reminding the author of a porcupine. The flute seller had cross flutes and recorders different from other varieties of flute, like the reedne, shakuhachi, bansuri, etc. Yet all of them produced almost the same sound. He was always mesmerized by the sounds of the flute, be it of any kind. It drew him to the commonality of mankind. The flute also needs to pause and breathe before it can go on. He had never before been so affected by music. What have you learned from this chapter? You sure might have learned how traveling helps in understanding the world with a broader sense of appreciation for all the things around you. What else are the perks of traveling? Travel exposes us to new places and new people in reality. It allows us to value other religions, culture, and their people. Doesn't it also give us the opportunity to see nature and admire its beauty and vast variety, also making us aware of the need to preserve and conserve it in best form? The writer let us explore and experience the world through his eyes and helped us educate ourselves about the world.